Tom Beal here with a Make Today Great moment. Let me first say that I am a flawed human being, a flawed individual. I have made some choices in the past that I have been extremely proud of, and I have made some choices in the past that I would probably have beaten myself up if I would have seen myself make those choices. Um, just so that you know, because in some conversations that I've had this week, a lot of people are like, yeah, but you're Tom Beal, you can pull through this. Well, let me just share with you, yes, I'm Tom Beal. Yes, I'm a flawed human being. Yes, I've, like I said, been fortunate to have done some things I'm extremely proud of, but I'm also someone who looks back and from some of the choices that I made, didn't necessarily get me the outcome that I was seeking to attain, and or caused harm to someone, or upset someone, or put someone in a disappointed situation. And I disappointed myself on occasion, many times. And I am confident that being the flawed individual I am, who is someone who seeks to be better today than I was yesterday, continually, I will still make mistakes today. But I've come to love myself, mistakes and all. I had a hard time for years forgiving myself for the mistakes of the choices that I had made that had hurt people, had hurt myself, and I forgave a lot of people, but I really didn't forgive myself. So I just want to share that with you because I've had some conversations this week with some people, and they're successful in their own rights, but they're having some difficulties. So I felt it important to share today, how do I handle difficult situations? What do I do when I'm feeling I'm in a helpless, hopeless situation that has so much uncertainty and has so much fear, worry, concern? What do I do? And here's what I do. And guess what? I'm in that situation more than I would probably want to be. But from my background, from my experiences, and from my perspective, I've gained some insights that have helped me and have helped others get through difficult times in a much more simple, easy, and fast fashion. So what I do first is recognize that in the past, when I've been in those types of difficult situations and I'm in a helpless or hopeless state of mind, full of fear, full of worry, full of concern, and I've made choices from that state, generally, for the most part, those don't work out so great. So I recognize that it's up to me to get myself in a better state before I decide what the next steps are. So if I catch myself focusing on problems, focusing on situations, and being hopeless, helpless, feeling out of control, feeling the uncertainty is just too much to bear, first, I find a place to get my mind clear, find a place where I can just meditate, where I can pray, and just breathe. And a lot of my meditation and prayer is simple breathing. Breathe in, breathe out. And I focus on that for minutes at a time. Breathe in, breathe out. That's the only thing that I focus in my mind, and get to that place where my mind is no longer focusing on any of the problems. Because what I've also noticed is that what we focus on grows. So if we're focusing and giving attention to problems, concern, worry, fear, hopelessness, uncertainty, that's what's going to grow. So in that moment of breathing in and out, and praying and meditating, I get to a point where my mind is not focusing on that at all. So then once I notice that, and it's steady and clear and no focus, no worry on any of those difficulties, then I begin to count my blessings. I begin to go through the listing of the things that I am extremely grateful and thankful for in my life. Because what I found is when I come from a point or a state of gratitude and just thankfulness, those decisions end up turning out much better. Because here's the third part of that. In counting my blessings, I look back to some extremely difficult times, the times that were the hardest for me, that I didn't see any way out. And I remember how I felt, and that feeling of hopelessness, and that feeling of there's no light at the end of the tunnel, and now what? And then I fast forward, and I somehow, some way, made it through those extremely difficult times. And that's a reminder to me. So when I'm in a difficult situation, I will remind myself that I've been in a hopeless, helpless situation many times before, and somehow, some way, I've been fortunate to pull through them. And this too shall pass, as they say, throughout the ages. So it's up to me to get in that state of gratitude and thankfulness. Then I assess, okay, here's where I am. Maybe I didn't see this coming. So here, guess what? Regardless, I'm here right now. What is my desired outcome? What would I love to see occur? And get clear on what that desired outcome is. Once I'm clear on that, and it doesn't have to be huge, many, many steps down the road, it's just a simple, if I could just get out of this particular moment, around this curve, then everything else would be better. And then from there, okay, great. If that's the desired outcome that I want, what can I do right now? What is a step that I can take today to get me from where I am to where I want to be? Who can I call? Who could I ask assistance from? What steps could I take that could assist me in moving one step closer to that desired outcome? And then it's up to me to make that action step, make that commitment to taking action. Because you can pray and you can meditate, but that will get you in that grateful, thankful state. Now it's up to you to figure out where you want to go. Just like when you're asking for directions, you know your starting point and your end desired location of where you want to go. Then you can turn by turn get there. Similarly, you need to get in that gratitude and thankful state to figure out where you want to go, but then it relies on you taking action. And one of the things that I love to do, one of the first action steps I normally take in those situations is go out for a walk. Just go move, get out. Emotion is take the E away, what is it? Motion. Get into motion and plug in some earphones and listen to some Mozart, or listen to some audios, listen to some of my videos even if those are helpful to you. Listen to something that motivates you or inspires you and keeps that mind clear and focuses and breathes like we talked about. Breathe in, breathe out. Go for that walk. I personally like walking on the beach a lot. That's very therapeutic and very medicinal for me, and it's kind of like a walking meditation. And I walk from my home to the beach and then go for a walk on the beach. That's me personally. But back when I was in upstate New York, there was a pond, and I would run around that pond or walk around that pond. Just get into motion. Do something that gets you active, because that will put you in a state where you can now, a body in motion stays in motion. Then reach out to some friends. Get that support. Share with them what you're going through. One of the mistakes I made in the past, in retrospect, I noticed that whenever I went solo, if I ever secluded myself, that didn't work out so well either. It was more of an ego thing, right? I would have to put my ego aside, reach out and just talk with some friends, share from my heart what I'm feeling, what I'm going through, and ask for their ear and ask for any guidance or suggestions that they might have. So those are some steps that it's my hope can help you and or any family members or friends that may be going through some difficult times. Because the bottom line is this: when we're done having difficult times, we're 6 feet under. We're done. Our journey here never reaches a point where we're like, oh, cool. Hey, guess what? You call up your friend. Guess what? I reached that point. I no longer going to have any more problems. Oh, cool. Congratulations. Let's have a party. No, it doesn't happen. Problems will continue until we're 6 feet under. And the funny part is, as we grow and as we mature and as we learn from the choices of our past, we are able to handle bigger problems. And if you look at the level of success, obviously in this day and age, everyone counts success by money and bank accounts. But if you were to look at many of the most successful businessmen and women, they're at that level where they make decisions that would boggle our minds. They make decisions at such a high level. The more you're able to be a problem solver and a decision maker, the higher your income streams become. So fortunately, I'm able to handle large problems for myself and for my clients. And it's one of the gifts that I have, and it's one of, I am able to listen with my mind clear, just put myself in a state of receiving where that person is in a non-judgmental fashion, getting a clear idea of that current situation, and then getting clear on what that desired outcome is, where that future destination is, asking some clarifying questions to maybe modify that a little bit, get it super duper clear, and then go back right to now to deciding what are the absolute next best steps for this particular person. So that's something that, like I said, is a gift of mine and something that brings me great joy in helping people get that clarity, break free from that uncertainty, and get clear on what those next steps are. So here's something that I'm offering to you. If you've watched this far, this is longer than most videos. And that's intentionally, by the way. 1, to deliver extreme value, and 2, to give this gift. I've created a form right below this video, and if you feel you would like to have some guidance from me to assist you in understanding where you are, where you're looking to go, and get clear on what those next steps are, simply complete that form below. Now, I have no idea how many people are going to submit that, so I can't give a time frame as to when I will be able to reply to you, but it will be me personally in due time, whenever I am able to. So I can't make a time frame. It could be within days, it could be within weeks, it could be within months. But just know that by completing that form, you are on my radar, and I look forward to speaking with you sometime very soon. So until next time, make today great. Talk with you soon.